Hello, and welcome to another episode of No Small Roles, a D&D podcast where there are no small roles and no limits to my dark and twisted imagination. I'm David Knight, your Dungeon Master, and I'm joined by these people who remain my friends despite what I put them through, so say hi, everyone.
Hello.
It's really true.
Well, whilst we have a virtual group hug, let's cue the theme tune.
Prepare your party of players and polyhedral dice. Your tragic backstory better be worth the sacrifice. Seize your sheets and D20. Let's play D&D. Your haggard character swaggers with daggers in each hand. You've all discussed what you must, but even better laid plans. Take a turn when checks are missed.
Roll initiative. Brandish your blades. Don't fail your saves. No risk too great, no choice too bold. This is your story. No guts, no glory. Confront your fate with every roll. Every
rises inside, one who will pay the price. Their chance of success will rest upon the dice. No risk too great, no choice too bold. This is No Small Roles.
So, having entered a maze of tests to access the Wingthrop workshop, you managed to escape the first test as walls were closing in on you, avoided being crushed in a room full of pistons, and peeked through a green sigilled door into a room that contained a cube-like forge at its centre. Deciding instead to enter through a door with a blue sigil, you were faced with a wand-building test. In choosing the correct combination of wandwood, spell design and power source to release a drawbridge, a pit in the second half of the room was filled with purple acid. But with Orin's precise woodworking, eventually the bridge was released and you passed through a door with a black Wingthrop sigil. Inside was a large obsidian wall, guarded by 4 crossbow-wielding golems, and at seeing another green sigilled door, Juna and Orin suddenly realised that you were trapped in a cube. You circled back to reveal the last unseen room behind a red door, and discovered a great machine that converted living elemental creatures into pure energy. As you were faced with the cruel truth of how elemental batteries were created, the difficult decision was made to sacrifice 2 more creatures, and release the doors of the room to continue with the tests. And that's where we pick up. So you've just put in the 2 creatures into the cylinders. The cylinders have been turned on and they've been converted into electrical energy that passes through the cables attached at the bottom of these cylinders into rods at the doors, and both doors have unlocked.
Enkidu, you okay?
No. Let's go.
Okay.
Sure?
Thank you, Recepthon. And Kiddy will, get to his feet and brush his knees off. Right, let's go. We've been here long enough.
Okay.
Green room?
Yeah, green room. Juna goes through the green door.
Bunch of actors super keen to get to the green room.
I knew
It's been too
can't
long.
hold it in anymore. It's like, green room? Yeah, can't wait. Bloody hell, that tech
Nice
rehearsal
comfy
is so long.
sofa.
Does it have a microwave?
Yeah. But it doesn't have any crockery.
Oh,
Why do they always have such ripped up sofas, but they're so comfy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all, old props that have been used in shows and things.
Should I stop saying green room and say through the green door instead?
Let's go through
It's
the
not going to
green
be as
emblem
pleasant,
door.
is it?
I'm going to ruin it. There's no comfy sofas in this one, unfortunately. I'm sorry, guys. So, you've peeked through this one before, but I think that was a couple of episodes ago at this point, so I will re-describe the whole room for you anyway.
Please do.
So as you enter through the green sigil door, there are 2 other doorways. The one to your left is a black sigil door, and to your right is a gold sigil door, which, as you figure, you've seen these before, but that makes sense in tracking through the cube. In the center of the room is a large cube oven-like forge. It takes up, it's probably like 30 feet on each side. So in this 60 by 60 room, it really does dominate the entire space. It reaches right up to the ceiling, and right the way around the edge are slits so that you can peer inside. There are also a number of hatches at various points around this cube. There is one in the center of each side and one at each corner as well. Against the last wall, the only wall without a door, there are 3 crates. Each one is marked as you sort of take a stroll around the room. Each one is marked with different words. The first one says Star Iron. The second one says Dracarost Bronze. And the third says Mithril. What are you doing?
Can I do a check to see if there's any of those handy little hints, please?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Make a investigation check.
12.
12. No, you sort of, you have a peer around. You even peer through the little slits to have a look into the oven itself. And you can't see any notes from Kay, unfortunately. As you do look inside the forge oven thing, what you do notice is that by each hatch on the inside, there seems to be a small container that you imagine that actually if you opened each hatch, you'd be able to access. Between these little, almost like clay pots, there are chutes that run from each of the corners down to the central pots, and from the central pots into a black box that sits in the very center of the oven. As you sort of are curious and you pace around a little bit to get a better view, you do then see the words esoteric alloy value 24 on the side of the black box.
Shall we inspect the crates? I think an alloy is a kind of combination of different metals. Is that right, Orin?
Yeah. It's a mix of different metals in different. You can make different alloys with different mixes, depending on what you put in them.
Right.
So do we need to mix these types of metals to make a value of 24, right?
And esoteric as well. So is this more magic with smithing?
Is it like make a value of like 24 gold?
But I don't think it's a monetary value. It says esoteric value. So is it something to do with the properties, the magical properties of that?
What is esoteric? I've never come across that word before, or if I have, I don't remember what it means.
Well, it's something that's like a knowledge that is restricted to only a small few, like Kral and his magical shenanigans is very esoteric, as it was the knowledge that he gained was subject to be discovered only by a handful of people at the time. That's very esoteric.
DM,
Mm-hmm.
can I do a check to see if this sort of esoteric alloy value is like the in-world equivalent of a periodic table?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Nice one, Vicky.
9.
9. I mean, it does make
Come
sense.
on, dice!
But unfortunately, in all of your travels, perhaps this is more like the more like scientific
Yeah,
end of arcane study.
cool. By the way, I had a +5 for Arcana.
Oh no.
Oh no, and it was still only a 9.
So is it something we've heard of at all, like esoteric alloy value? Have we-
Out of anyone, I can imagine Orin definitely has heard of esoteric values being applied to different metals. Like mithril, for instance, actually, because that's such a rare metal and it can be used in so many arcane ways. Orin, make an Arcana check as well, with sort of Juna sort of prompting that thought in your head.
Okay, that's a natural 20. So
Yay,
stand by. Hang
that
on.
seems right.
Seems to make sense, right?
Yeah.
David's like,
Stand by for the total.
breaking my
That's a
check.
32.
Yes.
Oh
my gosh.
gosh.
Yeah, this is almost like grade 1 artificing. It's like, okay.
Freaking Einstein in the room.
With Juna having read that out to the room and then like starting to think, you're like, oh yeah, okay, that's the information we need. So looking at the 3 boxes, you know that Star Iron is worth 1 EA, Dracarost Bronze is 2, and Mithril is 3.
Okay. I'll explain that. That's worth 1.
When you say worth, what do you mean it's worth? How much of it is worth 1?
Is it like a carat? Is it like gold carat value? Is that the sort of equivalent?
Yeah, kind of a thing.
So we can't just like add it up to 24.
Well, it depends on how much we have.
Yeah, so 3 bars of star iron, for instance, is worth the same EA as 1 bar of mithril.
And we need 24.
Yes, should we see how much of the metal that we have so we can make up that value?
Oh, in the crates, yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
How many hatches are there? There are 8 hatches, is that right?
There are 8, yes.
Well, 8 times... Immediately, I'm just thinking that 8 times 3 is 24.
Yeah, so we just throw in 8 mithril bars.
Like 1 in each hatch would add
But
up
they
to
need to be
24.
smelted inside the oven, don't they?
Yeah, and also if it's just mithril, that wouldn't really be an alloy. That would just be mithril.
Oh yeah, it has to be an alloy, right? Like it has to
Yeah,
like,
it's
have
gotta
all
be a
the
mix.
things together.
With that 32 as well, Orin, I will
the
give
DM
you some
gives
more...
a gentle nudge because they're going in the wrong direction.
No. I will say that whilst you haven't maybe worked with these specific metals yourself because of their rarity, you are aware of the dangerous reaction that star iron can have to Dracarost bronze.
Ooh. I should also just point out that those two shouldn't mix.
Oh,
Yeah, just came to me there.
it's good we've got you.
Okay, so like, can we use the forge only once or twice, or do we know how many times we can use it?
Can we put more than 1 bar in each hatch, I guess?
Well, I guess we need to figure out how the forge works, guys, you say, and then Enkidu, maybe we have a look in those boxes, see how much is in each box,
Yeah, sure.
and then, as you say, Junior, we can see if we can fit more than one thing in each pot.
DM, can I have a look around, see how many hatches there are on this iron forge? Like, how is the structure? What's the kindling like mechanism?
Make an investigation check.
That's going to be a tasty 6. Because I rolled a 2.
Num 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 num.
Can I give him a hand for him to have advantage?
Sure.
Just sort of follow
I'll
him round, having a little look with him.
No, actually, what I'll say is that 6 is because Juna is trying to be helpful. And it's really distracting him. Yeah, but if anyone else wants to make any other checks of the room, I'll let you all roll.
I used all my smarts in the last room.
Enkidu, should we have a look in these boxes?
Yes, let's look.
Yeah, so as you two like prop open the lids of these crates, there are 4 star iron bars, there are 3 Dracarost bronze, and there are 3 mithril.
Gwendolyn was just having a general perceive around the room and rolled a natural 20.
Whoa!
Okay, so whilst Gaius
For a
and Juna
22.
are deep in conversation, whilst Gaius is trying to look around, Gwendolyn notices that they're stood next to, like almost directly above the two of them on the side of the forge, is a handprint.
Oh, look, a handprint.
What?
Does it look like it's like an indented into the forge?
Yeah, a little bit.
A handprint.
And actually, with that 20 as well, I'll say that as you sort of take a closer look, you can see that there are little arcane markings that run along each finger. Again, like slightly engraved.
Ah, it's a handprint with pretty squiggles. Possibly somebody with a bit more magic-y knowledge. Once you've looked at what you're looking at, Gwendolyn just points at it for somebody more in the know to come and actually sort of look at it.
I'll have a look at it. Orin looks busy.
Sorry, go for it, Juna. Sorry, I'm just looking at these metals.
Oh, yeah, make an Arcana check.
I am going to use thing to roll that again. It's the same. 10.
I hate when that happens.
It's going to be one of those days, guys. June's
'cause
just
it's
going to
a
be
bit high
bumbling
up?
around.
It's,
She just can't get the quite angle on it.
Yeah.
That, and she's still, again, halfway through a conversation with Gaius, so she's even distracting herself at this point.
Gwendolyn just keeps pointing at it.
She's still kind of looking for a K. And it's, oh no, there's not a K in that. Oh no, it's not there. No, nothing there.
Okay, I've done a little bit of quick maths over here. So if there's 4 of those star iron, they're each worth 1 EA. That's 4.
Yeah.
3 Dracarost bronze, each worth 2. So that's a total of 10. And then 3 mithril worth 3 each. That's a total of 19.
Yeah, we don't have enough.
So we don't have enough. Unless the alloy increases the value.
Yeah, maybe. And also, I assume that one of them is going to bring down the value of it overall, especially since 2 of them can't mix.
Yeah. Unless you can mix them after you've mixed the other 2 already.
Perhaps, maybe.
So yeah, if you were able to like mix the star
iron
with the mithril and then add the
Drakenrost bronze.
Yeah, the Drakenrost bronze, because then like technically like it wouldn't react with the star iron because it's
It's a new compound.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
it's a mixture,
Yeah.
because it's no longer its single,
Yeah.
But we're not quite sure what. I mean, other than trying to achieve a certain value, we're not quite sure what we're trying to achieve.
Isn't that the point, to achieve the value and then take it out and move on from there?
Is there a way for us to run the simulation without using the materials first? Would prestidigitation help?
But how do we know? How will we ever know what an esoteric alloy value of 24 is?
I'm sure the doors would open once we achieve it.
Oh yeah, if the
I
doors
say
all
we
shut.
do it.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up for doing it, giving it a go.
Let's do it.
Do we want to investigate this hand a little bit further? Just to anybody else with the magical knowledge to see that?
I think the hand is to activate it.
Oh,
What, it's an
okay.
imprint onto the oven?
Mm.
Yeah, and it's got lots of squiggly runes.
I couldn't make head nor tail of it.
Show me. Let me have a look.
Gwendolyn keeps pointing at it.
Can I make a history check on it? See if I've seen runes like it before.
Yeah, history or arcana. It's up to you.
History, because I have proficiency in history, even though it's the same modifier of -1.
Yeah, specifically trying to hope for the. Yeah, you've read. Way
An
back in the
instruction
palace,
manual.
you read a couple of books, whether or not there was a. And this is how you turn a magical forge on.
Ancient Elvish for 200 Celsius.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Oh, Miss Septhorn, could you hold my hand? It's a metagaming way of saying, can I have guidance, please?
I think actually Juna gave you guidance.
Oh, she did? Yeah,
during
she
the end of
did.
last episode.
She did.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've not used it.
It's like I
Right.
knew you'd need it this
Oh,
episode.
She's so intuitive.
Don't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry. There we go.
But Enkidu, you should know if you want it, you can always ask for guidance. I'll always give it you.
Sure. That is a 15 altogether.
15. I'll say that you haven't necessarily read an exact book, but as you're really looking at these symbols, you do pick out one or two of them that, yeah, you don't know the full meaning of all of it, but you do know one or two of them do mean fire. You're like, oh, that one, I've learnt that one. That one that's
Of
fire.
course, Enkidu's learnt fire.
Right. I don't think I've encountered this combination of markings before, but I recognise a runic symbol for fire in there.
Well, makes sense.
I don't know much else.
Well, fire would melt stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Shall I just have a go?
Shall I have a look?
Yeah. You can have a look.
I don't mind. No, we'll just give it a go.
Maybe.
I'm leaving this in all of your hands. I don't understand anything right now.
I feel like Guy's attitude towards the wand room served us very well, just sort of giving it a go. So there we go. I'll put my hand on it and see.
How high is it? Do we need to give her a boost?
Yeah, you might. Somebody might need to give Juna a little boost.
I'll
to
just
reach.
go down on one knee.
This is a
and
bit
just, like, offer-
awkward.
If it's been less than 10 minutes since we left the last place, you can still fly, right?
Actually, yeah, that's true. If you want to float up a little bit.
I will definitely do that.
Think of your wonderful thoughts.
Leave it to me. Woo.
As you, one moment, let me get some dice.
Oh no.
Oh, good.
Make a Constitution saving
Yeah, so you
throw.
take 13 d6 fire damage.
Make a dex saving throw.
All right. That's what you sound like, David.
Sure. I know, right?
In which
Jeez,
case,
dear.
no dex saving throws. You just
Failed.
straight to
Juna
damage.
dies. Again.
So as you touch
And
this
Guy
thing,
does
Juna,
too, because he was helping her up.
just because.
And it's all just in Orin's head. He's dreaming of a cube.
Oh, no.
And Orin is back at the table.
What should we do with this food, Orin?
It's our little secret.
So as you touch this hand, this arcane indent on the side of the oven, the forge, straight away you can feel it heat up underneath your hand. And the inside of it also, anybody that's looking in, you can see flames start popping up right away across the floor.
Oh, Enkidu, it's that fire you were talking about.
Out of two of the pots inside, it actually doesn't take that long at all. Down some of the chutes, you can see molten metal
Oh.
already traveling down them.
What?
Oh.
Which, looking at the colours as well, from the central... Well, this is going to be hard to describe. We'll say from the north central pot,
Yep.
come oozing out is some bronze-coloured metal, molten metal. And from the southeast corner...
You could say Baki Righty, if that's
No.
easier.
No.
Please,
It's much more
North Central
complicated.
and southeast
Yeah.
corner, a silvery metal comes pouring out. And in fact, there seems to be a lot more of the silvery metal than of the bronze.
Which direction was the bronze, sorry?
North.
So the bronze is in the north central and it's pouring out towards the center black box, whereas the corner pot is leaking silvery metal, and that's going to the southern and the eastern central pots.
Okay.
So that's filling up those.
Yeah, and eventually after a while, whilst the bronze metal stops running out, the silvery metal travels through the central pots to the south and east, and then travels down the chutes toward the central black box.
We should probably stop that.
Okay.
And even with Gina taking her hand off, the process continues.
What?
And then the lights in the room turn red.
Huh?
And can everybody make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh
I
no!
didn't
Why did we
know
do this?
David. I
Why?
didn't.
Don't pick it
Natural
up.
20.
Apparently I've used my luck for the day already.
Yeah, 18.
What, you're going for an 18? 8.
15.
I'm really sorry, everyone.
Unnatural 21.
Unnatural 21.
Okay, so who got 16 or lower?
I got an unnatural 23 while we're talking about these.
Glorious.
I got a 6.
15.
No, an 8, sorry.
Oh no!
So close.
Yeah, I'm fine. 18.
I rolled really high damage. So as the process, as the lights turn red in the room, the fire goes out inside of the oven.
As
But
Orin
then
says, stop.
I know, right?
all of the hatches pop open and vent hot air into the room, completely scalding all of you.
Excellent.
So if you got 16 or below, you take 35 points of fire damage.
What?
And everyone else takes half of that, which is 17. Everyone else takes 17 points of fire damage.
Oh my god!
And all of the hatches slam shut again.
We can't do that again. Cannot
How
do that
is everyone
again.
looking? Is anyone looking like they need help?
Orin is looking like he might be about to drop down unconscious.
Okay.
Gaius is standing rigid with like his
Oh.
arms outstretched and his shoulders up, like
Kinu's like thrown his coat off. He's just sweating.
Did you say Orin looks real bad?
Yeah, Orin probably just was looking in a hatch, shouting, maybe we should stop that, as he just got hit full in the face with a blast of steam and has just been knocked to the floor, nearly out cold.
Okay, Juna's going to run over to Orin, feeling incredibly guilty that that was her fault, and lay her hands on his face and cast Cure Wounds. I may live to regret this, but at second level, I feel like you need it.
Thank you.
If there's a lich at the end of this fucking puzzle, I swear.
Oh, God.
And then fight an ancient red dragon.
No.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Guy's gonna get his loot out and just be like, oh, ow, oh, ah, the creases in my skin hurt. And he just like does a quick strum of the loot. And with that, he will cast Healing Word on himself. 6? Oh.
Might as well have not bothered.
You got 15 hit points, Orin.
Oh, amazing.
No.
Thank you.
Gwendolyn, how are you looking?
About half my normal goodness, so I feel like I can, get on.
Same here.
But I
Yeah, same.
I do have this healing potion that Gaius gave me if anybody feels like they need it.
I'm doing okay now. If we get into combat,
Okay.
then it would be useful. But I think for now, just hold off, because we may
What?
need it after a long rest in something, maybe, if we get a long rest.
Yeah.
I've also got a bit of an idea that maybe, hang on. Orin's going to reach into his bag and pull out the dragon body and the dragon head with the stone from the henge in. Insert that.
No.
And create a protector dragon. Let's give everyone a little boost. With some 9 temporary hit points.
Oh my gosh.
Yay.
Thank you.
Yay!
And then Orin does it again after 6 seconds. I can just do this till I roll an 8, David.
I mean, yeah, if you want to spend the time, basically, healing everybody up, you are welcome to do that.
Let's go with 9 for the moment, and then he might fire it up again in a moment.
I can see your question, Juno, because Ruana is with you, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt the game in case you were like, don't worry.
Well, even with half damage, she would have poofed out of existence.
Oh no.
Oh, I wish I'd never sang.
Oh, that's a fair question as well about Aggie.
Aggie's gone as well.
No, not necessarily,
Oh no?
because she's got evasion as a homunculus.
Yes.
She rolled a 4. She's gone.
Oh, I only just got Rowana as a cat.
Two little, well, the goose and the cat are out of action as well.
That's what you take for having pets in D&D, guys.
At least they can get these ones back.
Rowana is not a pet. She is the spirit of a dear friend.
Look what happened to my pet.
Fair.
Oh,
Yeah, your
too
pet
soon, guys,
got
too soon.
exploded. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. No, I killed your pet.
R.I.P. Bessie.
Or it is fiddling with the dragon. It is not working. No, I can't roll an 8. I rolled a 6. Everyone can get. You can cross out your 9 and you can get 11 instead. Temporary hit points.
I'll take that. Okay, I'm in a pretty good place now. Bessie's in a better one.
Darkness.
I'm still tempted to get that t-shirt, guys.
Do it.
where's Bessie?
What about Bessie?
What about Bessie?
We know, at least we know where.
I mean, hey, if you go back into that other room and get the Phantom Steed spell design, crack on. Ghost Bessie.
Irreplaceable Bessie.
Yeah.
Oh my
Spirit
Is that
god.
one of the
Bessie would ride
options
on.
that in the wand room?
Yeah.
We just have to submerge ourselves in acid.
Totally worth it, right?
It was a very sly way of me being like, Bessie.
You are a sick
Ghost
guy.
cows, ghost horse,
Sorry.
pattern.
Still not feeling quite 100%, so I might also just pull out my bees just while everyone's chatting and just...
So we're gonna presumably need to do that again at some point.
Yep.
Yep, but after mixing the metals first, the proper
Yeah.
ratio.
Can I just have a little look at these rooms, Juna?
Yeah?
If you don't mind?
Yeah, do you want me to fly you up? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sure.
Is it that far away?
It's not that high. I mean, actually, for Orin, it's probably a reach, but
Yeah, sure, if you want. Or otherwise, Guy, can I use you as a bit of a step up? I'm feeling a little bit better now, thanks to your help there, Junior. And I just, audience, I just got 13 hit points back from my bees.
Guy will go down to one knee next to it and just be like, okay, buddy, and slap his, knee.
I thought you'd never ask. Okay. I'll go up
You
on it.
charmer, you.
And can I have a look at the rooms?
yeah, make a quick Arcana check.
Roll good, Kay.
I will do my best, Juna. I didn't roll that good, gang. 17.
17. Not that good. Calm down.
Wasn't that good? I only rolled an 8 and a 1 on my D4.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, looking at the runes very quickly, and especially with Juna having touched them, essentially it's a turn for John touch point.
Is there a turn forge off touch point?
Nope.
Okay, this is a one-way button. You turn it on, it goes. And then we know what happens. Can I have a little look in the hatches? Can I open one of the hatches up again, or look in the slits as well to look in? See what's there now everything's gone bang.
Yeah, make a perception check.
6.
6. So I'm going to say that whilst you can't see anything inside, as you do pull on some of the hatches, some of them open, but the two that you saw metal melting out of, those don't budge.
These two are stuck.
Might be a good thing if the metal's still molten.
Hang on. What about the other slits? Do they look roughly bar shaped?
So whilst those two don't open, the other hatches do open. Just the north, central, and the southeast hatches don't open at all.
Has the writing on the wall changed?
It still says 24.
Okay.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
So now I know. Now I've seen that bronze stuff flows down from that north hatch into the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff flows from that silver one in the southeast corner to the two ones next to it, and then into the middle.
Yep.
Can we see where the other channels from the other 6 entrances, and can we see where those channels flow?
Yeah. So basically, from each corner,
Yep.
the channels flow down to the neighbouring central pots. And from the central pots, all of the channels flow down into the black box in the middle of the oven.
Got you. And can I ask another question?
Yes.
I probably can't see with the perception of 6 because my eyes are filled with steam. But is there still metal in that pot in the north central and southeast corner?
I'll say somebody else make a perception check with advantage as you're all sort of peering through,
Ow, my eyes are really
trying
kind
to
of
figure stuff out.
burning a bit from the thing. Can someone have a look?
Yeah, I don't mind. Dirty 20.
Hey.
No, hang on. No, 19. Sorry, 19.
Ugh.
I mean, even a 19, yeah, that's more than enough. So yeah, you can see actually in that the north central pot, there is, as if it hadn't melted at all, 1 bar of Dracarost bronze. And in the southeast corner, you can see 2 bars of Mithril
Got you.
sat in there. The corner pots look slightly bigger. Even with the 2 bars, that pot then looks full. And with the single Dracarost bronze bar in the north central pot, that pot again looks pretty full.
So are we meant to like throw everything in there then in like different turns?
No, I don't think so. I think if there's metal already in there mixed for us, we only have to make up the value with what else is here.
No, everything has to go in. We've got 19 EA outside,
Yeah.
and there's 5 EA value already inside the furnace.
All right.
Maybe that steam came out because the 2 things that were inside there already were the things that didn't like to go together.
Well, it wasn't enough. The
Yes.
EA wasn't. Yeah.
No, the mithril is the one that doesn't react with either of the others. Yes.
But we didn't have enough EA already in the pot to clear the trial, so we got burnt. So, like Oren says, everything has to go in
At once,
at once.
so that the star iron and the Dracarost bronze does not mix.
Yes. It looks like only certain hatches can take. Certain chutes are meant for certain metals, so they can be mixed safely.
Okay.
Because if Dracarost bronze is mixed with the star iron, it will cause a unfortunate reaction.
Yes.
So, let's determine which chutes should take which metal.
So did we say that we can fit 2 bars in each of the corner ones and 1 bar in each of the central ones?
That's right, yeah.
So we can put 2 in each corner, as you say, Enkidu. We can put 2 in each corner one, we can put 1 in the middle ones, and we've got to make sure that the right things mix together.
Yes.
Yes.
And there's already the 2 mithril in this southeastern corner and the 1 Dracarost bronze in that north corner already. Yes?
Yeah.
Is it mithril in the corner, sorry? Or is it...
Well, it's silvery, so I assume it's
Oh, yeah.
mithril.
Oh, so my maths is wrong.
Is it?
Yeah.
No?
Mithril's
yes.
worth...
Yes, mithril
Mithril's
is worth
worth
3.
3. I've written down 2 for some reason. Okay, so hang on. So the mithril's worth 3.
So that's 6 in that bottom corner, yes?
Yep, 6 in that bottom corner.
1 in that top corner, top
Yep.
line.
So we're on for a total of 7 already.
And we want to use as much mithril as we can, right? Because that's the more stable thing.
So we need to add to the value of 17 into the system.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the
Hang
bronze...
on, 7... Oh,
Hang on. No, it can't be mithril in the corner. I thought the mithril didn't react with the...
No, it didn't. I thought Dracarost reacted with the star iron.
But it blew up because there wasn't enough stuff in there. maybe.
No,
It
that's
wasn't
exactly
right.
what I meant.
Yeah.
yeah.
It wasn't enough.
Oh,
in there.
sorry. I've been thinking it was the iron.
No, it's all right.
Sorry, guys.
We've all made mistakes in here.
So hang on. Sorry. So it's bronze in the north central.
Mm-hmm.
It's bronze. So that's
Yeah.
Dragonrost bronze. That's worth 2 EA.
So there's a value of 8 already on there then.
Sorry.
Is that right, Ben?
Yes, that is correct.
Cool.
Okay, yeah. So we've got 2 EA value in the north central because there's a 1 single.
Dracarost
Dracarost
bronze. Yep.
There's 6 EA value in the south east
East. Yep.
because there's 2 bars of mithril.
Which are 3 EA each.
Yeah.
Yes.
So a total value of 8,
8.
and we need to get to 24.
Yes,
So we need to add 16 into the system.
we do.
And if a train is heading east at 60 miles an hour, whilst a tram heads north at 30 miles an hour,
Who do you save?
Hang on.
I'm not sure if this is a silly idea, but if we put the mithril in all the little ones where things mix, then surely that would, or maybe it would, I don't know, counterbalance the bad reaction.
You're onto something there.
Yes, as long as we can get to 16, because if we put those in those corners, that's 9 plus 8, which is 17. But if we put a mithril in all of the 3 remaining corners,
Oh, not the corners, the ones in between where they mix, is what I meant.
Yes.
The little ones.
but do we not want to put the mithril in the corners so that they mix with whatever the other ones are that are going straight down without mixing with anything other than the ones feeding into it?
It was just an idea, I wasn't sure.
I'm not sure either now.
But No, you might be onto something, Gwen. Hang on. So,
Just because if the mithril's in the little ones, then there's no way that the ones that shouldn't mix together will mix together because they're instantly mixing up with the mithril as well. Like a filter.
Can I just check something, DM? The ones in is it the ones in the corners that feed into the ones at the sides to go into the middle, or the other way around?
Yeah, but each corner leads into the two neighbouring
Middle
central
ones.
pots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and each of those leads to the black box.
Right. Okay.
So I think we want to put the mithril in the corners, right?
yeah, that's what Gwen's...
Yeah,
By
I'm
that
thinking
token?
the mithril and the iron into the corners, and maybe the Drakenross bronze through the sides.
Well, I'll tell you what we can't have. We can't have any of the star iron up on the north corner, because otherwise it's going to mix with that bronze.
Yeah.
Yes. So shall we, for argument's sake, put some mithril by those corners to
Yes.
try and work it out?
Let's put one mithril in each of those corners and
Yep.
see. So that's theoretically put them in. We're not physically putting anything in yet.
Yep, yep.
So that would be a value of 3.
We've got 14?
Yep, 14.
Yep.
So we need 10 more. We can put,
We've got one more mithril left, right?
Yeah.
yep,
But that might not be any good.
we could put bronze, for the sake of argument, over on the east. We could put another bronze in there,
Yeah.
Yeah?
because that's not going to mix with anything.
Yeah.
So that's safe. So that would bring us up to
16.
16. So we need another 8.
Could we do a mithril, a bronze, and a star iron? Putting the star iron in the bottom southwest corner?
Yep.
Yeah.
Would that equal 8? One of each?
Mithril plus star iron. That would add another 4.
Oh, sorry, 2 bronze, 1 mithril, and 1 star iron will get us up to 24, yes?
Would it?
Hang on, say that again, Juna. You lost
Say
me.
it again. Hang on.
What? Hang on. Where
We're
have we
up to
suddenly, suddenly
16.
jumped?
I know.
We're
I'm
up to
trying to
16.
follow this.
Yeah.
We're up to 16. If we have 1 mithril,
Uh-huh.
2 Dracaros bronzes, and a star iron, that's 8. So that gets us up to 22. In addition to the things that are on this square.
Okay, I didn't
Right?
follow.
No,
Maybe.
I'm
I
lost
didn't.
here.
Sorry, hang on. Lost.
This whole time, Guy's just been like picking up bars and like been wandering over to the forge and just been like, maybe in here. And Gwen's just been like slapping him away and like, put that down. It's like, okay.
They said, wait, Guy.
It's so shiny.
Very.
He starts like putting it in his bags and then Gwen catches him and then he puts it back down.
Nope.
I'm like a magpie.
And that's a cool pseudonym to go by.
The
Ooh,
mag.
yeah.
The Master Magpie.
What was the EA value of the mithril again?
It's 3.
I'm really enjoying this, David.
10, 11.
I had no idea I would.
Trying to organise this in some way that makes sense to my brain now. I'm failing.
And pencils down, your time is up.
Oh my god, my life.
Don't.
Sorry, Chris.
I know.
And this was actually a slightly simplified version of this puzzle.
Thank God.
Well, that's nice to know, David.
Yeah, okay, I've got it.
Okay.
This is what I think we should do.
After many minutes, hours, potentially days, our adventurers finally realise something.
I've got an idea. Tell me what you think. It might not be quite right, but we've got a Dracaros bronze in that north side. We've got 2 mithril in this bottom southeast corner.
Yeah.
My suggestion is that we put a Dracaros bronze in the northeast corner,
Yeah.
in the east side,
Yeah.
and on the west side.
Yes.
Then we put 2 mithril in the northwest corner and 1 in the southwest corner. And a cheeky little star iron in the south side.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
No, don't mix. Hang on. Wait, do any of them end up in the middle? Okay, only slight concern. Are we sending a Dracaros bronze and a star iron both into the forge at the same time?
No.
Only into that black box
Into
in the
black
middle.
box. Okay. Well, hopefully they're going to mix. Okay.
Or do we want them to... Is the point that we need them to mix before they get to the middle?
No, because
Have I missed a step?
No. Would we want them to mix afterwards?
I guess it's all right in the middle. I've come up with a different plan, but it still would involve the mixing in the middle.
All right.
Other plan?
Yeah, take us through your plan.
So we've already got 2 mithril in the southeast. We stick another 2 mithril in the northwest, opposite corner. So those act like a little buffer. And then basically the north, northeast and east side, we can put the bronze in. And then the iron can go in the west, the southwest and the south side. And the mithril acts like a little buffer in between.
Yeah.
That would also guarantee that mithril has mixed with both star iron and Dracaros bronze before it reaches the centre anyway.
Oh yeah, because it will mix.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Yeah, it will mix with the star iron and the the bronze on the way down.
Oh, Warren, you're so clever.
Lies.
This has actually been 3 hours.
Oh, no. Titans have risen from the earth.
I'm suddenly really peckish and need a long rest.
I'm wondering whether Gwendolyn should have been having a long rest during that.
Yeah, probably would have had time.
Recovered all that.
But yeah, I can tell you that if you're happy to try that solution,
Yes.
Yeah.
that, yep, from my point of view, it should work. You're happy that it's going to work. You've stopped, you've thought about it. And yeah, you open each hatch,
We've
drop in the pieces of
really
metal.
thought about it.
Really thought about it. Yeah, you drop in each of the metal bars, and that actually leaves over one piece of mithril.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if any of you want to do anything with that.
Juna holds up the caddy and goes, anyone?
Yep.
Yes, please.
In it goes.
I think that's probably something that we'll find useful along the line.
I think we deserve that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who wants to turn it on?
Go on, Juna.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Do the honours.
I mean, we've been talking about this for so long, I cannot fly. So Juna sort of jumps. I was like, someone want to help me?
Gwendolyn, sneakily, just get herself low to the ground so she's not where the steam would come out if it goes wrong.
Absolutely.
Just she's trying to look casual about it, but she's really just
As they reach for it, a sneaky mage hand will go over the top and just press it.
Nice.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah, once the hand touches the indent, again, the fires inside the forge start lighting up. I don't know if anyone's going to watch through the slits.
No.
Everyone's standing back.
I believe it's happening.
Yep. So everyone flans themselves against the walls.
That's the good thing about science. You don't need to look at it for it to work. You can just walk away. Just let it do its thing.
Grace here, keeping you updated with all things No Small Roles related. Next week is the last Sunday of the month, so No Small Questions with David and Chris will be heading your way. Thanks for all your brilliant and thoughtful questions sent through social media. Big love to our patrons that joined us in the Zoom, and of course shout out to the wonderful Sam Oakes for being our question master. To get your future questions in the mix, make sure you're following us on social media. We are at No Small Roles on Twitter and Instagram. You can go onto Facebook and search No Small Roles to find us. And if you'd like to join us on Discord, just follow the link in our show notes. Also in the show notes, a link to Open Bar Theatre Company's tour schedule. Now, if you live in the south of England, there's a big chance that Open Bar may be bringing a Shakespeare production to a Fuller's Pub Garden near you. Now, they've got 2 productions touring this summer, one of them being Love's Labour's Lost, which, if you go and see, you will see my face, and the rest of me, in fact, performing live for you. And they also have As You Like It, which, if you go and see that, you will see Vicky and Daryl in all their glory. I realise this makes it sound like we're going to be naked. We're not going to be naked. I don't want any of you to be disappointed. And if 3 No Small Rollers wasn't already enough, both productions will feature music by our very own David Knight. These fabulously fun productions are already selling fast, so if you want to come and be entertained, then make sure you get yourself booked ASAP. We'd also like to do a podcast shout out this week to Through Dangers Untold, a show that breaks down the classic fantasy film Labyrinth, one DVD chapter at a time. This week, Vicky joined Through Dangers Untold to talk all things Dance Magic Dance. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, do go and have a listen. And if you love podcasts as much as we do, then you'll know that most people find them through recommendations. So if you've been with us for all the big and small roles so far, we'd love it if you'd recommend us to the fantastic folks in your life. And we would be delighted if you left us a review on places like iTunes, Podchaser, or wherever you review your podcasts. That's all from me for now. Let's get you back to that maze. Ooh, deja vu.
In which case, sort of standing back, first of all, you hear the flames going, you hear the bubbling of different metals, and then after a few moments, you start hearing a crunch, and then like another crunch.
Crunch doesn't sound good.
Almost sounds like metal buckling in on itself.
Okay, that's better than what I thought it might be.
And then the fires go out. And this time, the heat is once again vented, but out of the top of the oven.
Oh, okay, that's better.
Ooh.
Well done, everyone.
Well, I trusted you completely.
Well, you were the one who found this handprint, Gwendolyn. Team effort.
Oh, yes.
But what has that done? Are the doors open?
Not yet.
What was that crunching?
Let's check inside.
Yeah.
Can I look through the slits to see what's been created?
Yeah. You can see that the black cube that was in the middle has turned into a sphere. Quite a large sphere. It's, compressed the edges of the cube so that now it's not a perfect globe, but it sits as a spherical clump of metal inside of the oven.
How far away from us outside of it to the centre?
It's about 15 feet.
And how big is it?
Probably about the size of a small beach ball.
Mage hand? To go in and grab it?
Yeah.
Great
yeah,
use
like
for
you can
mage
push
hand.
get the mage hand through the slits, and as it sort of floats over, it can roll this thing around.
Okay. How do we get this out? Oh, can it just pop up through the top and over?
It's probably too heavy for the mage hand to lift.
Oh, yeah.
But like the mage hand, it is clearly unattached.
Okay, fine.
So, okay, so there's now just a sphere of metal that we can roll around in the middle of a forge.
Yeah.
Does it look too big to get out the hatches?
Yeah, somebody would have to reach through one of the corner hatches to get it out.
I can't lift it with magic. It's too heavy.
And it's 15 feet away from us each, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can get it closer by rolling it around the chutes and things.
If
but
we do get it out, what are we going to do with it?
Yes, I was wondering that. Looking around the room, is there anything that it seems like that sphere is going to be useful for?
Not that you can see, no.
So doors are all still shut.
Is there anything in the forge? Does it look like we should be rolling it somewhere within the forge?
No, there's no like circular indents or anything inside the forge.
Any markings on the sphere?
No, actually. In fact, even the words esoteric alloy value 24 have gone.
Oh, has any other words appeared?
Nope.
And nothing's appeared in the boxes?
Nope.
Can I go and have a look at the thing that we put our hand on earlier to turn it on? Is that still there?
That's still there. It's exactly the same. That hasn't changed.
We haven't, solved all the rooms yet, have we?
Well, we haven't solved this room yet. Right?
We can't get out this room.
No.
No, but there is still another room that we need
Yeah.
to do as well,
Yeah.
isn't there?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, do we have to solve all of the rooms to get to the end of the maze?
Don't know.
I feel like that feels like a Winthrop way, Juna says, rolling her eyes.
I also think it would be a waste of time. We got this far without clearing all the rooms. For once, there are only 2 other doors for us to progress.
But the problem is we can't get through the doors, Enkidu.
No, because we haven't solved this task yet.
Yeah.
No.
But the thing is, I've got a feeling that door with that black sigil over there, if we open that up, I think we're just going to end up back in the wall room. I don't think we're going to get out
No.
until we have solved everything.
Yeah.
Is the forge off, David?
Yeah, it's cooled by this point.
Guy's going to stick his hand in and poke at the orb with his finger.
Have I brought it close enough for him to...
Open one of the
Yeah. I'll try...
with Enkidu sort of rolling it over.
Yeah.
You pull open a corner hatch, and you can reach in. And you're fairly certain you could lift it out.
Is it hot to touch? Does it hurt my finger?
No, it's warm, but it's considering the amount of heat that's just gone into it, it's like holding a warm cup of tea.
Oh.
Okay,
Aw.
Guy's going to pull it out then.
As soon as you lift it out of the, and it does take both hands to like heft it out of the of this hatch, all of the doors unlock.
Ah!
Oh.
Oh, gosh.
Overthinking.
Juna's going to
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
jump and hug Guy.
Ah.
The relief.
I'm glad we got a wing trap here.
I mean, it was more impatience, guys, than a smart idea. I think that was stupid of me to do. I mean, these things are my livelihood, and he raised those up his hand. But I was pleased this one worked out.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will take our fancy ball and just roll it around. So, David, yeah, like you said, there's no indents, there's nothing about it. It's just a ball of metal.
It's just a big ball of metal, yeah, about the size of a beach ball.
What?
It must be pretty heavy then.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's fairly hefty, yeah. Like I say, it's taken it like both hands to like lift it out.
It's like a medicine ball.
Yeah, like a medicine ball, that kind of size. And it is heavy. Again, not as heavy as you would expect from the size of it.
Mithril's so light.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that I know. Not that
I mean, Lord of the Rings.
We've all
lore,
seen Lord
yeah,
of the Rings.
Mithril.
Yeah.
All our characters have seen Lord of the Rings.
It's a classic play. It goes around all the schools. So yeah, like beyond, it's not a smooth sphere. There are like bumps and things in it, but there's nothing particularly. There's no small details that draw your attention.
Okay.
No small details. That was the other name that we came up with for the podcast and rejected.
Okay, I'll hold on to this. And which door do we want to go in now?
I'm a bit curious to open the black door because I suspect
Yeah.
that's just going to go into the wall room, but I'd kind of like to have that confirmed.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it out.
Okay.
The black door goes to the obsidian room, right?
No, to the
No, we don't
wall
know
room,
yet.
the first room we came in.
Yeah.
We think.
We think. I think.
No,
Is that not the
Vicky
white
is correct.
door?
You're so right. I've got that one wrong. Sorry.
Ah.
Yeah. So as you
Can
open
we keep
the,
this in as the one moment that
Yeah.
Ben was wrong and I was right?
I'm
That's
editing it,
absolutely-
so I
Feels
will
very
not sound
good.
silly.
So petty.
Orin rushes forward with glee to not find the room he's expecting. What?
But this is the room we want to go to if we're discussing completing this, yes?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Sorry, I got that completely wrong.
I don't know why I'm joining in the conversation.
There's another person in here.
Do you want
the
to do the
voiceover.
puzzle, really?
It's Kay.
David?
No.
It's Kay.
So as you open the black door, again, there is this obsidian wall or stone in the center of the room. However, because you've come in from a slightly different angle, to your right is the blue door. At the far end is a white door. And actually to your left, behind the wall that you didn't see beforehand, is a table
Oh, what?
with goggles on.
Oh.
Just one set of goggles. And of course, the other detail is that there is a crossbow-wielding golem at each corner of this room.
Yes.
Sweet.
This could be the end of the maze.
Just in the spirit of the way June is going, can I check for clues from Kay, please?
Absolutely.
I feel like it would be prudent. Never mind. Is it investigation? Because it's a 6.
It is investigation, yeah.
Oh, I was going to say,
There's
take
no-
out the finger. See what happens.
Use crowd.
Yeah.
As a
Can I do
divining
like metal
finger.
detector?
Yeah, as a diviner, yeah.
Okay. So, big wall, 4 golems, bronze table again,
Brass table.
brass table, sorry, with 1 set of goggles.
One set of goggles on it.
Orin, I think maybe put on the goggles, see what effects they have. Maybe they're like the ones you've got.
Yeah, you got the worst eyesight. It's probably for the best.
Yeah, I do after that forge went off in my face.
Before we close this door behind us, do we want to get ourselves arranged in any sort of position in case these crossbows all go off at once or something?
Yeah.
Which way are they all pointing?
Currently, they're not pointing anywhere, as you're all sort of like just edged into the room. I say anywhere. They're pointed like they're held down.
You know the crossbows?
Hmm.
Can Guy go around and just pull the bolts out of the crossbows?
Oh, please.
Actually, there's, as you sort of go to check, none of them currently have bolts in.
Okay, good to know.
I mean, that was a sneaky little clever thing, but no, unfortunately, they've not currently got bolts in. Make a quick investigation check as you're sort of examining one of the golems, though.
Ooh, that's good. 19.
Mm.
Oh, really good. So yeah, as you sort of take a good look at it, you can see that the crossbows are almost part of the arm design. So whilst it looks like 2 hands holding it, it's almost like one piece of metal. And in fact, as you start trying to find how to remove a crossbow bolt from this design, you peer down and you can see almost like down the end of the crossbow shaft, down into one of the arms is filled like a little revolver of crossbow bolts, just ready to go.
Nice.
Look safe, guy?
Yeah, we don't want these guys to be firing. It's just a thing.
Sure. Imminent death from automatic crossbow.
Has anybody got any, like, gum that can, like, stop a bolt?
No.
We could put a Twain-tied bag in each one.
Those things can't do everything, Judah. They're not God.
More gaffer tape.
It's the nearest I got.
Well, if we were going to get burnt to death in the last room for getting the test wrong, I'm sure we're going to get pierced crossbow bolts for getting this one wrong.
Yeah, let's do it. Go on then, Oren.
Okay.
Do you want to put them on, Orin?
Well, can I go and have a look at them first? Before I just pick them up and stick them on my face?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you approach the table, you can see that they're pretty standard looking goggles, actually. They are sort of separate eyes. There is a slight sheen over the glass that sort of darkens it slightly. So it's almost, for lack of a better description, almost like sunglasses.
Mm-hmm. Or like welding goggles.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not as clear as you could imagine, but they're just a brass set of goggles, leather strap.
No symbols, no sigils?
No, actually. But as you approach the table, all 4 of the golems lift the crossbows and point them over to you.
Oren,
Yep, sorry, just looking at goggles. What?
just be aware that our golem friends are now very curious about you.
I look at the golems.
They're not moving.
I step away from the table a little bit.
All of the crossbows are lowered.
That's cool.
Right. There we go.
Okay.
I mean, what else are we going to do?
Yeah, do it. Go on.
Can all 4 golems see the table? Or is the wall blocking the sight of it, of 2 of them, or not?
I think you might be about to break the DM.
Yeah, I know, right? And he's like,
Have I broken the game?
I was just seeing whether or not I'd written that down or not. Yes, all 4 can see the table.
Okay.
However, obviously, the closer toward the obsidian slab in the center of the room you get, you can block off sight, at least, of the 2 corner behind it.
Next question.
Mm.
The obsidian slab.
Mm.
Is there anything on it?
Make an investigation check.
Just before we start
yeah.
doing things that get us shot.
I wonder if
We're all spent up.
I've got a theory.
25.
Never mind.
25.
Wow.
Oh, nice. So as you're looking over it, largely, no. You do a complete circle of this obsidian slab. You can't see any markings until, as you sort of look down into a little corner of it, you just see the words, defend yourself, and a dash, K.
K.
Junior, I think I found a note from Kay. It's not positive. Defend yourself.
Well, looks like we've made friends with an old friend once again, haven't we?
What, Kay?
Yeah. Either he's seen us do this test before, or he's taken the test himself.
How do we even know if it's a he?
Yeah, who are you assuming
Well,
it
I
is?
assume it's Crowl.
Really?
Like, how do you know what we need to defend ourselves?
Well, because there's 4 things with crossbows in the corner of the room.
Who would warn us to defend ourselves?
Someone who's taken the test before.
A generous Wingthrup?
Whoever this K is has helped us in 2 other rooms.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Let's not forget. Is it 2 other rooms? At least, that I can recall. I'm old.
Crowl is even older. Craftier.
Mm.
I don't know if we're jumping to conclusions that it's Crow.
Does the handwriting look similar to handwriting we've seen before of Crowl's?
Can I have an inside check?
Yeah, if you want an inside check to check with the...
Oh.
Hina was
Yeah,
really
she
good
was.
with the handwriting last time, right?
That is a 15.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you instantly, like a whip crack, you sense Hina sort of really close to your ears.
Well, getting a strange premonition from these left notes. Do you recognise the writing from the tower?
I don't know whether or not that's... it's an educated person, I can tell you that. It's not quite the same way he did his Ks. At least not to begin with. And this looks a lot more... Oh, how to describe it? It's more like before he went a bit loopy.
Yeah.
So, it could be him.
Yeah. Just want to cover myself and not, I suspect everything.
Well, to be fair, defend yourself. You've been doing alright with Cal popping out. Maybe just put him at the ready. Don't want to hurt you. Don't want to get hurt myself.
No, of course not. Let's see if we can put this other dickhead to use as well.
Yeah. Good luck.
All right.
I'm going to be gritting my
Okay.
teeth,
Yeah,
okay?
sure. Thanks.
All right.
Peace out.
Bye.
no time has passed when I do that, so I don't think anyone notices that I did that. So,
Fair enough. Do we, just a thought, do we want a little cup of tea before I pick these up? Little biscuit?
short rest in the danger room.
We've not closed the doors yet.
Question, sorry. They may react when you pick up the goggles, but
Yeah.
what if we pick up the table?
Good thought.
Is the table fixed into the floor, DM?
No, it's not actually. It's just a pretty standard brass table. It's quite small compared to the other tables you've seen. 4 legs.
Oh, guys, how about this? Take a few steps back.
Hang on. What's the plan first?
Okay, I'm thinking. What if, from a distance, pick up the goggles and see?
I think they're going to just go for it. I think as soon as the goggles are picked up, they're going to go for
you're
it.
going to shoot a mage hand, not a person.
Maybe, but then after that, they might then shoot us.
Well, if we're all in the other room,
That's my thought. Why don't we just see what happens if we pick up the table and not the goggles? Move the table out of the room and then put on the goggles and see what happens.
It's a good idea. I like it.
What about your goggles, Orin? What are they set to at the moment?
I mean, they've got dark vision and.
They look really cool.
Thanks. Yeah. They're set to cool.
They are so fly, my friend. Fly like Juno.
So handy.
I should have put them on before I looked into the furnace. Then my eyes wouldn't be still watering
Okay,
now.
Can we just try this
Try
then?
the
Because
table.
Yeah.
I wanted to try
Okay.
and
Yeah.
hit it with the table.
Okay. Do we want a cup of tea first?
nah, let's go for it.
So who's moving over to the goggles?
I'm going to stand in the doorway with where I think Gwen is.
I'm going to stand in the doorway, holding the door open still.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm going to tiptoe with Guy towards the door and cast shield as soon as we prepare shield for when we lift the table.
Sure.
It's all right. I've had to run away really quickly with valuable things, so this is good. This is good.
I'm going to back up right so my back is against the slab, so at least I'm not in sight of 2 of the golems.
Sure.
So I'm watching the table.
Okay, and Kidu, when we do this, if we hear a click, we're going to flip the table and hide behind it, okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
great idea.
Okay, can you flip it towards me if you're going to flip it and hide it, so I can at least grab the goggles off it if this
All
all
right,
goes wrong?
fine.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Sure.
Why are we not having a cup of tea before we do this?
Don't know.
Juna's in the doorway with Aggie.
Aggie's
The
melted.
Molten
Oh,
remains
Oh,
of
yeah.
Aggie.
Yeah, we don't have a teapot, Orin. That's why we can't have
that's
a
why we're
cup of
not
tea.
having We can brew it in the cup. I know it's
Well, you
heathen
can
to suggest
press
as
the
much, but
digitator flame, can't you? We can make tea somehow.
I mean, hey, you've got a whole forge just
Oh yeah,
there.
we do. With a kiln.
yeah, but we know what happens if we turn that on without
A
ingredients.
short
and stuff.
rest. I mean, is anybody feeling 100% themselves?
No.
Would a
Nope.
short rest maybe be a good idea, and then we go and pick up the table?
Okay.
Retcon, what happens in a short rest?
No, not right.
Roll hit dice.
Roll hit dice and
Retcon that.
recover some
You're
health.
allowed to ask a question, Vicky.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine.
Totally fair. Like we've never taken. I don't know if we've ever really taken a short
I
rest
think
on the
the only
podcast.
person that has had the effects of a short rest is Juna on the back of a horse.
And
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Enkidu and Gwendolyn both did a short rest, rolling their hit dice after their fight.
After their fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we fail to ever take short rests when we probably should, like after the boat fight
Yeah.
and other occasions, which are ideal short rest occasions that we just don't worry about.
Another question, Retcon, DM. When we roll hit dice, what are we rolling?
So in where it says the box of hit dice,
Sorry, where it says retcon the bowl.
so where it says retcon,
Yeah.
the box of hit dice, that's what you roll.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be.
It can be
Yeah.
quite useful.
Yeah, so you can just roll one, or you can roll more than one. So you roll your, I think a sorcerer, is it a D8? Is it for
No,
sorcerers?
D6,
D6.
D6.
Oh, D6, sorry. And you also get to add your con modifier to each dice that you roll as well.
Why would you only roll one?
Depends on how many you need to top up.
If you've only lost a couple of hit points,
Yeah, to
Yeah.
save the just in case you take multiple short rests.
Oh, what? So once you've spent them, you can never spend them again?
No, you can spend them again, Vicky. During a long rest, you recover up to half your short rest dice again, up to 3 because we're level 6 of your
And
short
then if I
rest
take
dice again on
another
the
long rest, I regain more.
You could then recover the other 3.
And also, because I'm a bard, I'm able to give you an extra 1d6 if I do a Song of Rest.
Oh.
Do you want to use a spell slot?
No, it's a feature of mine. You don't have to.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
just do
yeah.
it, and everyone gets a rest.
Oh,
Little
nice.
1d6, mate.
Ooh.
I think it's time we had a short rest, guys.
so are we saying that everybody's going to move back into the forge room, have a sit down,
Yeah.
Yeah.
have a cup of tea,
Yeah.
Yeah.
listen to Guy play a little
Yeah,
tune.
let's
I'd be
do it.
lying if Juna was not up for that.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
that.
We've it's been a long day already. Let's just have a little sit down. Let's have
Have some lunch.
hang on, I think I've still got a croissant somewhere. It's a bit stale and I've sat on it a bit, but
Cool. In which case, if everyone wants to roll their hit dice, and then we'll decide how you are tackling this next room.
How many can we use again? Not all 6, right?
As many as it says.
yeah, you can use all 6 if you want.
Probably up to your level.
If you've
right?
got 6.
Yeah.
Guy, are you playing a song as well?
I am, and you will get an extra 6.
Oh,
Hey,
perfect.
Nice.
Only had to
Um,
use one hit
What about our temporary hit
Another
dice?
retcon, yeah.
Not a retcon.
Question. With the temporary hit points. With the temporary hit points, does that mean we can go 9 above our normal hit points?
Everyone currently has 11 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
So I can go up to 11 above my normal hit points at the moment.
Yeah. If you've not lost those temporary hit points, which I don't think anyone has, because no one's been injured since I gave you the temporary
Yeah.
hit points.
No.
Okay, great. Then I can take that 6 from Guy.
So yes, so you've still got your temporary hit points.
Great.
Temporary hit points last until you take a long rest, or until if you lose them because of damage,
They go first.
they go first, and that you don't get them back.
Cool.
They just go.
Great.
I am back to full health with 3 hit die plus that plus 6. Thank you.
Nice.
And there's a short rest for warlocks. You get your spell slots back as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
jealous.
really need to use short rests
Yeah.
more often.
Yeah, and Gwen would get her key points
Yes.
back if you'd spent
Yes, I
them.
use them.
36 episodes in, and you realise the true value of a short rest.
Yeah.
Well, that was a nice short rest, everyone.
Yeah, sure.
But my dragon will power down during the short rest because it only lasts for an hour. So dragon is now shut down, and during the short rest, I'll just pack up my dragon and pop it back in my bag.
During the short rest, I'm just gonna say, Enkidu, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. To be honest, I'm sick of this place. I think I've got a clear picture of some of the Wingthorpe values.
Mm.
Not just how they treat people who aren't humans, but how they add value to other humans as well.
Yeah.
They have to be tested to be worthy of their support and patronage. Everybody has to have a worth. I'm sick of it. I know we've been in these situations before where we thrust ourselves in and we don't know what's on the other end, but I don't know if we gain anything from this. Yes, we'll get closer towards completing our mission with Mr. Ilwyn, but these people... I think I want to make a decision about finding the truth about these people and what they're doing here before I engage in any acts or
Mhm.
do anything that might be detrimental to myself or the group. The truth comes first.
All right. Well, you've got my back in whatever you want to do, Enkidu. I think it is disgusting, and I've got your back. She puts her arm on his shoulder and gives him guidance.
Yeah.
He needs it. He's feeling sad.
Thank you, Miss Thorne.
Then we'll get out of here and we'll do something about these flower pluckers, won't we?
Oh my
An in-world swear.
Flower
Flower
Vicky.
pluckers.
It's appropriate. It's appropriate.
Flower pluckers.
Yeah.
Flower pluckers.
Yes.
I like that.
I love it.
Flower pluckers.
You
Get
flower
these
plucker.
Plucker.
flower plucking snakes off my flower plucking plate.
Oh my gosh, yes.
After having a rest, recuperating, you
Also,
once
I
again
want that as a group name.
Flower pluckers.
flower
Flower
pluckers.
pluckers.
Oh, but it's a bad thing, so we can't.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's fine. You could be bad flower, like Samuel Jackson. I'm thinking of. So some bad flower pluckers over there.
Bad flower pluckers. I'm so sorry, Davis. You were about to narrate beautifully.
It's like somebody's like tried diluting, like trying to make something slightly PG by just dubbing in like flower plucker.
That's wonderful.
So after having the benefits of a long rest, enjoying
Short rest.
Thanks for giving
short-
us a long rest, DM. Great.
Yeah, short rest. It's a short rest.
I mean,
back. Great.
doesn't make a difference to me, but thanks.
Of a short rest, just enough time to listen to some nice music, have a chat. You once again open that black sigilled door and step in. What is the plan?
Come on, Enkidu, let's lift this table.
We maybe should have
Okay.
spoken about the
Oh, wait.
plan in our
Or we
rest.
can I mean, either Orin or myself can just blow the goggles off the table with a little gust of wind.
Okay, go for that. Let's go wind, then
Okay.
mage hand, then if that doesn't work, then we're gonna lift the table
Yeah,
and carry it into the other room.
sure.
I mean, that Gust of wind sounds cool, and I love that you think I can do that.
You can.
I can't.
It's a use of the prestidigitation spell.
A spell I don't have.
You don't have it? Oh, gosh.
No.
Oh, no.
Where is Gwen? Are you still in the doorway?
I'm here. I'm just wondering if this note from this mysterious K says, defend yourselves. So, is that going to be useful as well? Maybe station some of us next to these golems?
Oh, well, these notes have been pretty helpful so far, so I think that has merit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to try and fight them, or are we going to try and... I think I need to grab the goggles and look through them, because I feel like something's going to be revealed.
Yeah.
Let's blow the goggles towards us. The golems are going to react, and I have a feeling that we won't be able to do much to them until they activate.
Let's do it. Come on.
Yeah.
We got this.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to crouch by this big wall here.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to try and get the goggles towards me.
Yeah.
We're all going to stand by to...
Are we going to stand by the golems, Gwen?
Yes, I can have darts at the ready.
Shall we be the mithril in the room, so to speak, in opposite corners?
Okay.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. If we have weapons or spells at the ready to attack them with as soon as they do anything.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
I wonder if it's worth me making another dragon just to keep us a bit safer.
Yeah, prepare. Let's all prepare.
There are 4 of us that can be available to attack these golems whilst one person is getting the goggles.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna make another dragon. I'm gonna pull out the dragon from my thing and just spend a couple of moments charging it up using a spell slot to turn it back into a temporary hit point dragon.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's just fire it up once just to see if I roll an 8. I rolled an 8.
Hey!
Everyone now has 13 temporary hit points instead of 11.
That's plenty of protection.
This is the highest my hit points have ever been.
Yeah. And I'm going to keep the dragon quite near me because I might need some protection from it again.
Cool.
Depending on what's about to happen. Just to flag, if you want to get... if you need some protection from the dragon, you have to be quite near it, within 10 feet.
Fine.
Have we all got something ranged?
Yep.
We've all got something ranged. We can all be focusing on one of the golems each. We stay tight and close to Orin. We move it as a unit towards the table to get the goggles.
Deal.
Great.
Yeah.
Does it look like the golems can move from where they are?
No, actually, from Gaius's inspection earlier, no.
Okay, I'm going to suggest then we all clump on one side of this wall. If we can mage hand the goggles over to us, we maybe only have to deal with 2. If we can be clumped close enough, we've got some protection against the other 2 if we can be at range.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so me and Juna will go for this one. Why don't Gaius and Keita, you go for the other one?
Sure.
Something at the ready.
Okay.
I've got darts at the ready.
I can hit any of the golems from where I am, so I think maybe I'll stand in front of Orin with my shield.
Fantastic.
Okay? I pull off the shield from my back and cast Mage Hand and send it over to the goggles and pick it up.
As soon as the mage hand lifts the goggles out of the little holder on the table, all 4 of the golems turn, lift their crossbows and fire 2 arrows at it each. 8 arrows flying toward the mage hand. Does the mage hand have an AC?
No, it's just a spectral hand.
Oh, cool. In which case, all 8 of those bolts pass straight through the mage hand, and you can see each of the golems loading again. And then, even as you start drawing the mage hand back toward you, another round of 8 arrows flies through this mage hand. They are perfectly missing the goggles, but very definitely passing through the mage hand.
Okay, I must stop it before it comes dangerously close to us.
Gets close to you. Another round of crossbow bolts flies through the mage hand.
2 of them are hitting the wall, I presume.
Yeah, so with the way that it's all angled, none of the bolts are flying near you at all. Currently, with the mage hand just a little bit off, they seem to be crossing in front of the wall, and the 2 that are sort of further behind, as the mage hand has moved closer, their bolts have started like just chipping the edge of the obsidian slab.
Okay.
Do you know who would be really useful now is Rowana? Because she could sit in those goggles and see what was in there, and then if they got her, she would just go away.
And get shot.
Yeah, but I could get her back.
Just out of interest, looking at the slab, has anything changed on the slab now that we've picked up the goggles?
Not that you can see, no.
Yeah.
Well, we can't put these goggles on until these golems are shut down.
DM, just to clarify then, 2 of the bolts are hitting the walls on the opposite side of where the table was with the goggles, right? So technically it's only 2 bolts at the moment that are going through that space.
So currently with the mage hand further off, the 2 golems that are on the further corners, their bolts are still passing through. They're just clipping the edges of the obsidian slab. Basically, if the mage hand were to get even closer to you, then yes, those 2 would start hitting the back of the obsidian slab.
Okay.
But currently with its slight distance, all 4 can hit the mage hand.
Guys is going to try and remember that spot in the back of his throat where he gets that nice little Mongolian wing sound where 2 notes are coming out at the same time, and he's going to. It goes so high that one of the golems that is on our side of the wall is going to have a shatter dropped on it. At 3rd level.
Nice.
So that's going to be 4d8. 7 plus 6.
Has it got to make a save?
5 plus 6.
I don't know if it can
Yes.
save. It's a goblin.
Con save.
It's an 18 altogether for a con save.
Yeah, it hits, but it takes half damage. So that means then it will take 12 damage.
12 points of damage. Ooh, and that's just half. That's nice.
How badly hurt does it look?
Not very,
Alright. It
unfortunately.
was worth a shot.
Actually, with Shatter, it does a slightly different thing with Metallic.
Non-magical object isn't being worn or carried. It takes the damage if it's in the spell's area.
No. It should have rolled disadvantage on the con save.
In which case, it only gets a 10.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then that takes 24.
24 points of damage.
Yeah.
Because it's made of stone, crystal, or metal, and it has disadvantage, you're right.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. So yeah, it does look more damage. You can see that some of the armor casing across its face and down its chest have got cracks in it now. It's still very much standing. It's still continually firing arrows as another round passes through the mage hand.
Destroy them while they're not attacking us.
Yeah.
They're not attacking us.
I'll just concentrate on keeping the mage hand up.
Gwendolyn is going to throw a dart at one.
And Juna's going to throw a chromatic orb at the same one.
Orin's going to prep his blowtorch of firebolts and fire it towards that same golem.
And Gaius is going to clear his throat, find that placement, and then hit him with a shatter again.
And as all of these attacks suddenly fly out at this one golem in the corner, that's where we'll end the episode.
Oh, that golem does not know what it's going to be hit with.
So eloquent.
That's a phrase.
That's the phrase.
That's some words thrown together last minute.
You have been listening to David Knight as your Dungeon Master, Ben Galpin as Orin, Chris Watts as Gaius, Daryl Bailey as Enkidu, Grace Kelly Miller as Gwendolyn, and Vicky Gaskin as Juna. Original music by David Knight. Please tell your friends, subscribe, and follow us on all the social media. Thank you for listening to No